Okay, welcome back to the Quad Pod. We have some cheerful music going on today. It's our favorite royalty-free music.
Yes, of course. There we go.
So it's funny because even though it's late in the month of September, we're celebrating Friendship Month today.
Yes, Friendship Month, of course.
Friendship Month, and that means that everybody in this room is celebrating each other today.
Yes.
And celebrate your friends.
Celebrate all of them.
Yeah. So we say that because we're gonna hop in at first to a related topic, and then we're gonna go to a tangentially related topic. After which we're gonna go into the news for the week. Hold on.
We structured this perfectly.
Here we did, and we explained this with no confusion to be left. This is the agenda for today. Okay.
Yes.
If you're not familiar, we go through the news. That's kind of what we do.
Mm-hmm. In the best way we can.
To varying degrees of success.
Yeah, and of seriousness, depending on how important. And
yes. So today, after we talk a little bit about Friendship Month, which would be fun. Yes. So we're going to talk about some of the bigger headlines. So the cause of autism has been found, depending on who you ask. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, that's
Jimmy Kimmel, following his brief suspension, is back.
Is finally back.
Donald Trump gave a United Nations speech, which
had
was
no hiccups.
No hiccups whatsoever. It went great.
And it's gonna be a quick section.
It's gonna be a quick session because everything went right. Yeah. It seems as though the House of Representatives has enough signatures to sign a discharge petition, which will force a vote on the Epstein files. We'll talk about that.
Yes.
And we have that tangentially related topic that connects to Epstein, which is how we got the idea. Maybe not phrased like that.
It'll all
make sense. Just stick with us here.
Stick for a little bit.
We're gonna soft launch into the news with about 5 or 10 minutes about Friendship Month, and here's what we're gonna do. Mm-hmm. And I promise you, this all connects.
It does.
We're being very like vague here.
Yeah. A little secretive.
So Sam and I have both constructed an honor of Friendship Month, and I think this was a fun exercise.
Yeah, it really was.
We have constructed our dream friendship circles.
Yes.
Yeah. And so basically, we each selected 5 people, mm-hmm. and these are 5 people who we would love to be friends with.
Yeah, being like in a room with, in a circle with, is the idea.
Specifically in a circle.
In a circle,
yes,
hanging out with your friends, and these can be real or fake people. To just hang out with.
Yes, and so
in one big group setting, and I think,
and it would be fun.
It'd be a lot of fun.
So here's what we're gonna do. I did the intro today, so you're gonna go first.
Okay, yeah. I was saying, do you want to go? Okay, I can go through my.
We're gonna alternate.
Okay.
I think if that sounds good to you.
Yeah. Okay. I think I have some honestly pretty good picks in here.
Well,
I'm
of course
start
you think
off.
that.
You know what? You're right. I'm starting out with Nick Offerman.
That is a really good choice.
I feel like he would just have so much wisdom. That would all come out.
He definitely. He looks like a wise guy.
Yeah.
He does. And so like specifically like the actor, like the real person.
Yes,
Nick
the real
Offerman.
person.
Okay.
Nick Offerman, not Ron Swanson.
Just
the real guy. I think I'd love to hear his stories, honestly.
And he has to be such a calm presence with the voice,
dude.
Like if Nick Offerman is like. If you're in the presence of Nick Offerman, like, you're safe.
Yeah. Dude, I have no worries.
You're chilling. You're chilling. Yeah. That is a great pick. What do you think, aside from maybe what we just said, what does he offer the group dynamic?
Well, he is a woodworker. And so, he could come up with, he could bring us a table. So
maybe the furniture you're sitting on is
made by Nick Offerman.
Him.
Yeah. We could go to his cabin to all hang out. Like, that. I think he has a lot to offer, not just only with his abilities and woodworking, but I think he'd be a great friend. That
is a great pick. You start off strong. That's really good. Give you credit there.
Yeah.
So, but before I go, do you have a list, Connor? I'm forcing him into making one.
I did not make one up, but I'm feeling like I should go on the spot.
You don't have to.
If that's okay with you.
Yeah.
So, I think number 1 pick. I don't know. The first thing that popped in my head was Gandalf.
That's good.
Because to your point, he's got that wisdom. I think that's a valuable trait in a friend.
Yeah.
And also is a magic immortal being.
Dude, yeah, can he just spray fireworks out of nowhere?
Yeah, he can just make fireworks.
That'd be awesome.
So even more so than Nick Offerman, and this is not a slight to Nick Offerman, but if you're with Gandalf, you really are safe.
Dude, yeah, there's absolutely a single worry.
Yeah.
So that's my first
He'd be
pick.
perfect for the friendship circle.
That is a great first pick.
Yeah.
So my first pick, right? Because I think he'd be a fun guy, and I tried to distribute the people like amongst my interests.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm a political science major, so I chose a politician for my first one.
That makes sense.
And I feel like one of the only politicians that I would actually like want to like chill out with,
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders.
That is a good pick.
Like, if you have to pick a politician, I actually think Bernie seems like a genuinely cool guy.
No,
Right.
yeah. Honestly, like, he seems like... I love listening to him talk, too. So I feel like it just...
He's-
Even if he's telling a normal story, I think it'd be great.
Like, even if he's telling a story about like his trip to 7-Eleven yesterday,
Dude, yeah.
like that's like it's like I got a slushie from 7-Eleven.
It was great.
And let me tell you, it was delicious.
Paired perfectly with the taquitos.
But and that's like even if it's not the most gripping story, I'm listening.
Yeah, you're
You know what I mean?
invested.
Yeah. And I would also think he has the best interests of everybody at heart, because I think that's the kind of guy that he is.
Yeah,
So
he'd be perfect for the friendship circle.
he brings a lot of heart to the friendship circle. That's what I think.
Yeah. For my next pick, I feel like a friendship circle needs to have a lot of different kind of people.
No, yeah, I agree.
You can't just have the same kind of person.
I agree.
My next pick is Donkey Kong, for that reason.
That's good.
And you know what? Because I feel like he just bring a whole different dynamic to the friendship circle, and I think he'd be really chill to hang out with.
And this version of Donkey Kong can speak English or no.
I was kind of thinking no.
Okay.
But honestly, I would take the one from the movie too. From the,
Seth Rogen.
Yeah, the Seth Rogen one.
That's fair.
Which is basically just inviting Seth Rogen in Donkey Kong form. Which, I'm honestly cool with either. I was honestly thinking, though, about the non-English speaking, just gorilla Donkey Kong.
I think, and you're only two in, and they're great choices. I think you might have a type though. Big burly, big burly dudes.
Just wait.
Okay.
They bring different things to the table, okay?
And
also, that's probably an infinite banana supply for the friendship circle. So.
and you do. This
Not that
is
I'm-
documented, by the way. This guy loves bananas.
I do like bananas.
He does.
You don't like bananas, right?
No, we don't have to get into that now, though. I'm kidding.
But my whole thing is like, not that I'm only bringing these people for what they bring, like obviously bananas and woodworking. I do think that they also would just be fun people to hang out with.
No, I agree. And Donkey Kong especially. Like, if somebody sees you chilling with Donkey Kong, they're not messing with the crew.
They're not. If they see Nick Offerman, me walking down the hall with Nick Offerman and Donkey Kong, they're not even looking in my way.
You're so safe. You're so safe. You really are. That's a very strong start.
Yeah.
A very strong start. Do we have a second pick, Connor?
I'm thinking my second pick is. Do you guys know Gravity Falls?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alex Hirsch, the guy who created Gravity Falls, seems to be, as far as I can tell, like just such like a good guy. Like, he's obviously very creative, and I admire that side, but also just is very witty and very funny.
Yeah.
So I think he would bring a little more energy that would kind of be balanced out with Gandalf's calm. So,
Did you by chance, and this is a while ago, after the 2020 election, did you see when Alex Hirsch called like the hotlines that Trump set up to report voting fraud, and he called them as like Grunkle Stan?
Are you serious?
And
really?
if you haven't seen that, I am showing that to you immediately after we stop recording.
They are
They
some
some of the
might
funniest.
be the best thing I've ever
That's
heard.
so funny.
They are no, seriously. They are some of the funniest videos I've ever seen. The fact that I'm showing that to you right after we stop recording,
Yeah.
seriously. No, but that's a great pick.
No, because like, that's honestly a great pick. Because think about all the, like, you're like in the friendship circle next to Gandalf, and then he's out here telling you all the behind the scenes stuff for Gravity Falls. Like, that'd be so cool.
Right.
Like, I'd want to hear the process behind Weird Mageddon. That's a good pick. That's a great pick.
Don't get me started. I can't do this.
That is
Carlo, what's your
what's your
number three?
my second one, and again, I'm kind of trying to distribute it between my interests, right?
Yeah.
So this is a video game character, and I feel like if I'm choosing a video game character, there are great options out there. Like Johnny Silverhand was one. Ultimately I didn't end up choosing him because I feel like he's a little bit intense.
Yeah, I get that.
Arthur Morgan is my choice.
That's a good one.
Because Arthur Morgan, man,
Talk about wisdom.
wisdom, like one of the coolest dudes of all time.
Honestly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, he's like the perfect guy for the group. You know, like he's there for when you need it.
He's like
have your back.
He's mellow, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, nobody's messing with him.
Yeah.
And like he's gonna make sure that the crew gets what it needs.
Dude, think about sitting by the campfire.
Ooh.
Next to Arthur Morgan, dude.
The stories.
Dude,
the stories. And I would love if I could like borrow like his gun straps or something.
Dude, yeah.
That's
hanging out in Tahiti.
Yeah.
That'd be so.
Super chill, super wise, I think.
But dude, yeah.
And
yeah, I don't think he caused any problems.
I don't think so. No, because he doesn't like. Now that I'm thinking about some of the stuff he does in the game, maybe that's not entirely true. But for the most part, he doesn't cause trouble unless trouble finds him.
Not within the group.
Not within the group.
Yeah, unless it finds
super
him.
loyal, just super capable.
Yeah.
Chill guy.
Super chill.
So
that's a good. No, you have a good roster though.
Bernie Sanders and Arthur Morgan. Those two might not see eye to eye on everything,
yeah.
but like I feel like the vibes are like cohesive.
Yeah, I think this next pick though is my best.
Okay.
I picked Sean Evans from Hot Ones.
I'm not very familiar with him.
Oh my god. That's really good.
Dude, like he's just like the most down to earth fucking great guy. Like also just like he knows how to throw down wings. Like he'd be great for any occasion.
You can take him anywhere.
Dude, and I know he's got like a bajillion stories. Like I could literally the room could be quiet and I could be like, Sean, tell me about how you met fucking Jimmy Kimmel, and they'd tell me all about it. Like anyone. And I feel like he'd have a different story for them.
I feel like him with the host experience that he has is he's like the glue guy. Yeah. Right? He like without him, the group doesn't really know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like he's the guy that has a good relationship with everybody in the group.
Yeah.
And like, you know the kind of person
if there's any sort of beef, he'll be the middleman and like fix the problem. And also it's like I couldn't ask for someone else like if I needed help, I'm calling Sean Evans. Dude.
In a conversation where Gandalf was mentioned, that's funny to say that.
No, dude. But Sean Evans it brings a whole other thing to the table than Gandalf. Gandalf cannot do what Sean Evans does.
Like socially, yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you.
All right, Connor.
All right. So I'm trying to decide. I thought at first I was like, oh, Hank Green is my third. But I'm like, I love like him and John Green so much. I don't know if they count as one or two.
I mean, you could.
We'll count him as one.
Yeah, okay. If you want to, you can count him as one. Yeah.
The Green Brothers.
Yeah, just I've been watching their videos for a long time, and they have a very like casual like. They kind of like, I don't know. They're very funny, like very knowledgeable. Like, you know, Hank is, you guys know, like, all that. There's a lot about science and stuff like that. John is very like poetic and stuff like that, and I think that's they have a really fun energy like watching both of them together, and I think together with Alex Hirsch and Gandalf would be a great couple.
Point, because I rarely see Hank and John together, so that'd be a cool dynamic of them being in the same room. Because like you see their crash courses or their other stuff.
I thought you were building up to like they're the same person.
You rarely see them together in the same room.
It's like they're never in the same room together.
But no, that would be super cool, and like you said, super knowledgeable.
Oh yeah, and like I said, you don't see them that often together, but when they do, like they have a couple videos where they're like just like on screen together. They're really fun together.
No, I can imagine.
Yeah, that is a good one.
All right, what's your third, Carlo?
So my third option, when Connor started talking about a second pick, I was afraid he was going to poach me. He did not, but it's very related. My third pick is Grunkle Stan.
Oh, wow.
From Gravity Falls.
Extremely fair.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's just the kind of guy you're never going to have a bad time when he's in the group. Never.
Yeah.
Never, ever. And I just like, not necessarily related to like the dynamics of a friend group, but like his character design, I've just always, the suit, eye patch, and like the fez, just perfection. And yeah, he's always going to make sure that something's popping off.
Yeah, also
at any given time.
Also, like, no one's messing with him. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it like the mental aspect of it. He's gonna outsmart them.
He's gonna outsmart them.
Yeah. And like I was about to say something that would be a spoiler for Gravity Falls, but I won't, because if you haven't seen Gravity Falls, one of the best shows of all time.
Yeah.
And I know
you should, if you haven't seen it, definitely watch it. It's not just like,
Definitely.
I mean, it is a kid's show, but like, it's better.
Yeah, and it's only 2 seasons, so it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
no,
really
but
short.
but
That's a good pick.
Grunkle Stan was a definitive inclusion in my list. So
All right. My next one is Willem Dafoe.
great.
Because he has the ability to be crazy when he needs to be. And I need that kind of wild card in the group, you know? I need someone who can be really mellow, but if I need the Green Goblin now, he'll be there.
He's another guy. I feel like we've been select, and I like this. A lot of people with very distinct voices.
You're right.
'Cause
Yeah.
I don't even. I was gonna do it. I don't think I can do a Willem Dafoe voice. I don't think
really
I can.
hard.
It would be disrespectful.
Yeah.
But no, and like you've seen some of the fits he gets off too.
Dude, in the poses,
Like
he's like the cool one. He's the fashionable one.
he's old. He's esoteric.
Yeah.
Wise.
Like he's gonna be perfect. Like when Sean Evans doesn't know what to do, he's like, I don't know, guys. Like Willem Dafoe's gonna be smoking a cigarette in the back, and be like, I know. Like that's what's gonna happen. I can already tell you that's the scenario here.
Like if Sean Evans is like, your general wisdom,
Yeah.
like Willem Dafoe's like your master of the dark arts.
Yeah, no, he's
like
gonna be
if you got to do something that's a little,
like,
questionable.
how are we gonna
he's-
do this? One was like, I know a way, but you're not gonna like it. Like that kind of vibe. And I need that kind of vibe in the group.
That is a great pick. Because honestly, if you're gonna pick any like actor, I feel that. I mean, that's top tier.
I almost put Pedro Pascal, but I swapped him out with
Willem
Dafoe,
Dafoe's
which
better.
I think they're both
Willem
good
Dafoe's
options.
better, but yeah.
All right, Connor, fourth pick.
I am surprised. I was like waiting to see if you would get around to, like, I guess just without saying it outright, like this like category of character, I guess.
Yeah.
But Helly R.
I was like when we got into this room, I already had on my 5, and I was like, oh, I could have picked someone from Severance.
Like because I think of all the cast, I almost said Milchick.
I almost thought about Milkshake.
You still have time to say Milchick. But I specifically said Helly R because I feel like
Oh yeah.
she is just as a very distinct choice from I forget what her Addie's name is actually.
Helena.
Helen, yeah.
But like that's a very purposeful choice because I think Helly R is like a real go-getter.
Oh my
really
God.
is like a we'll figure it out on the way type of person.
Yeah.
And I think she'd be a ton of fun.
Oh, definitely, yeah. No, dude, that's another person like that won't let shit go down. Like she'll be there.
No,
till-
she's gonna. And like I think she's the type of person like someone like talk shit about you. She'll be like, "What'd you say?" Like,
Yeah, like f- you what?
Yeah. So that's a fantastic pick. The only thing I will say though is like if I was picking a Severance character, and neither of you mentioned this, I don't know, but I would honestly go with Innie Mark.
Yeah.
I was thinking about saying Innie Mark, but I was just like, I guess I didn't think too much about the Innie Addie distinction until I thought of Helly. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, like if Addie Mark, shit, if Addie Mark is a part of it, he's kind of a prick. So
No, yeah, that's why I
Dude,
Innie
don't
Mark
invite-
specifically.
Like, it's like, bro, he invited Audi Mark.
you can come, but you can only be your Innie.
What about different pick for Severance? What about Mark W?
Wait, am I
Dude,
stupid?
dog,
Remind
absolutely
me.
not. What are you doing?
Mark W is the one that
Oh
caused Mr.
yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Milkshake. Any Mark W, is that a bad pick?
That's a bad pick.
Damn.
Yeah,
I'm gonna rethink my 5th. Dude.
you can't go like. There's so many. The cast of Severance, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
So many.
Let's see.
I mean, Irving.
Irving. Dylan. Miss Huang.
I don't know about it. That's her and Milchick and like any of the other like upper management is evil vibes. I don't know if you
I
want
know,
them
yeah.
in the yeah.
I'm voting Mr. Egan.
Devour effectiveness.
I just want to hear in person do like the fuck. Like the no like that.
So my 4th pick,
Yes.
and again, so this category. So I was thinking like I had to choose a Philadelphia athlete. And I feel like it's honestly kind of an obvious choice, but I got to go with Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
QB1. Because here's the thing, right? He's in the friend group. First of all, I'd argue he might even be wiser than anybody we've mentioned prior.
Yeah, you're right.
Like the stuff that comes up, like Jalen Hurts will like win a football game and then like go in a press conference and sound like Confucius. Like,
dude, good thing about Jalen Hurts too, he can get you in anywhere.
He can get you in anywhere.
Like he'll show us like I'm Jalen Hurts.
I think the ultimate thing too, right? And I am an Eagles fan saying this. Jalen Hurts as a part of the squad is going to ensure that we are successful in everything we do. We're never going to lose. We're never going to lose. Because when's the last time the Eagles lost a football game in the past like calendar year? It was against the Commanders when he didn't play.
Oh, that's a good point. And you know what? Maybe he'll even let you pick a play like, next game.
I would pick a pass play.
Like like the phone on the sideline. They call
yeah,
you up,
yeah.
like we need to play now.
Yep. Jalen Hurts is going to make sure that we're successful in everything we do.
Yes.
And, and he's going to be the tone setter. He's going to be the anchor. He's going to keep everybody in check.
Yeah. That's a great pick.
That's my fourth pick.
For my final pick, I am going with Jake the dog from Adventure Time as my final pick.
Is it crazy that I haven't seen Adventure Time?
I haven't watched a lot of it. I watched like I think like a few seasons, and I watched it a good amount as like a little bit as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
That is an unbelievably good pick.
Dude, like for any situation, he's ready for it.
He's a shapeshifter, right?
He's a shapeshifter,
Yeah.
and also he's just a chill guy, dude. And the food he makes, dude, that'd be insane for the friendship circle.
That actually, my final pick is a little bit.
Oh, okay.
You'll see.
But like any situation, if we're in a rut, boom, he'll be there.
So he's the Swiss Army knife friend.
He's the Swiss Army knife friend. Yep.
That's a great pick
And also transportation, take us anywhere.
because he can like become a car. Right?
Yeah, he can become a plane. Dude, he's there when we need him.
I can't comment too much on the specifics of that because I haven't seen the show, but I like the fit is great.
Oh yeah. And I think I have a good dynamic friend group that I don't think anything can stop us, you know, especially in the friendship circle. But Connor, it is now your final pick.
This is really tough. I feel like I was trying to think. I think I need like one more person that's a little more chill. We've got a lot of energy in this friend group, which I'm always down for. But Gandalf is kind of anchoring it, like keeping us rational, keeping us honest.
Yeah.
And I think I'll say it as like one person because they are essentially the same person and they could be either way.
Yeah.
But either Marceline from Adventure Time or Marshall Lee from Peanut and Cake, who is like the gender bent universe version, played by Donald Glover, by the way.
Oh.
Who is mostly pictured just like playing guitar and like hanging around. And I think same thing for Marceline. Like either way, you get like a really like chill person who's going to give you good advice, but is mostly there to like vibe and.
Dude, Marceline is a vibe. So like that, and yeah, Marshall Lee too. Like that's a great pick. The friendship circle is looking good over there.
Oh yeah. Carlo, your last one.
My final pick is. I think for this one, I just had to kind of keep it simple. I chose who was probably my favorite like actual person that has like existed. You know, that's not like a character. Like
Okay.
Probably my favorite like just real life person, Anthony Bourdain. That is my final one, because he's just gonna make sure that every day is an adventure. You know, always doing something new.
Yeah.
Again, like bringing the wisdom. I feel like we said that about almost every pick, but like I feel like especially with Anthony Bourdain, like he had such a like poetic yet like kind of pragmatic view of the world, which I've always really resonated with, and I just think like the way he described people and places, which is so beautiful to me, and just like connecting people, and like just building understanding. And to that end, within the friend group, he's the glue guy. I think.
Yeah.
He gets everybody. He knows everybody, and he can cook.
Yeah, he can cook too.
Like that's the chef of the group too.
He had such a beautiful and unique perspective on life. I feel like.
Yeah, no, he did. I like you can watch any single episode of like No Reservations or I'm forgetting the name of the other show. I'm blanking on it. He had two shows that ran for like many seasons.
Yeah.
and you can just watch any one of those episodes from like the first season all the way up to the last one. Always just like very, very, and never like never even in your face about it.
Yeah.
But I always just found it so impressive that he was able to capture like reality, like unfiltered like reality, real people, real things, real places, and like craft those into like a narrative that had like a theme. You know what I mean? Like he made it so that it seemed like fiction in terms of like how impactful it was. Mm-hmm. But everything he was portraying was always like real.
Yeah.
So just unbelievably impressive to me, just like the life that he lived and like his perspective on the world, like you said.
Yeah, I think he'd bring such a great like dynamic to the friend circle.
Yeah, I definitely think so too. And you know what I'm interested in is let's remember our friend groups here, and the next time we see like the rest of the staff, I want them to like tell us who has the best group.
I was thinking, I'm not even kidding. I was like, this would be a good question for Monday, and we like tell them all. Tell them each of our friend circles, and they pick.
I'll write it down on the board. Yeah.
I think that's a good pick. But that's for Monday. Be there.
4:30. It's like 2:53. That's good. That's good. Actually, I wasn't gonna.
And you can vote. Make sure you give me credit.
So.
On Monday.
So why were we talking about Friendship Month? Well, it's because of Jeffrey Epstein, and I'll explain why.
Yeah, he does relate somehow.
Yeah.
To this.
So there was a statue that was put up in front of the White House. Capitol. I'm sorry. Here's the article. Sorry. From the New York Times, a statue of Trump and Epstein holding hands is removed from the National Mall, but it was there.
It was there
for I think about a day.
For a while,
if not longer.
Longer than I thought it'd be. Honestly.
Yeah.
The fact it was there for as long as it was pretty impressive.
So the Times describes it as two bronze-colored figures appeared mysteriously on Tuesday, rising a dozen feet tall. So this is big.
Yeah, this was not like a small statue. This was huge.
And they were statues depicting President Trump and Jeffrey Epstein holding hands, and it was entitled "Best Friends Forever," and it was in front of the U.S. Capitol building.
And I honestly could not believe it when I saw this. Like when it first happened, I thought it was fake, and then I kept seeing more and more about it. I was like, oh my god, this is
real. So the plaque at the statue's base read, "We celebrate the long-lasting bond between President Donald J. Trump and his quote closest friend Jeffrey Epstein." Etched separately were several quotes from a sexually explicit note, which we read about a week ago. Is said to have written that Mr. Trump is said to have written to Mr. Epstein on his 50th birthday. And so it was removed. And the White House said of it, Democrats, the media, and the organization that's wasting their money on the statue knew about Epstein and his victims for years and did nothing to help them, while President Trump was calling for transparency and is now delivering on it with thousands of pages of documents. Now, I'm not going to make any statements about what the Democrats shouldn't have done, because if they had the documents, they obviously should have released them. But Trump has not done that either.
Yeah, what is this whole, thousands of pages? It's not happening. If anything, Trump is doing everything he can to distract the people from the Epstein files and make sure those don't get out. And
this brings us to an actual kind of potentially meaningful development with the Epstein files.
Yes.
So, I have it here.
When was this?
So this is from The Hill. This is from today.
Oh, wow, okay.
And today, as we're recording, is Thursday the 25th.
Yes.
So the Epstein discharge petition is poised to have the amount of signatures that it needs in the House of Representatives. And basically what this means is, I feel like kind of some of it has been framed, not like disingenuously, but I think some of the headlines have kind of maybe given the impression that when this discharge petition is released, when this discharge petition passes, if it passes, that the files will just be released immediately. That's not what it's for, and I know that's disappointing. But the discharge petition, when it reaches 218 signatures, which means, I think the math on that is every single Democrat is voting for it, and they also have 3 Republicans, as of right now, 3 Republicans that are also going to sign it. And those are Nancy Mace, Lauren Boebert, and Marjorie Taylor Greene, which again,
I was
absolute all-stars, right?
I was going to say, I was wondering if Marjorie Taylor Greene was going to be there.
Yeah. Yes, and it's actually also sponsored by Republican Representative Thomas Massey from Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
So, and to explain because I know that's what I was doing, explaining what this does, it's going to force an actual vote on it.
Yeah.
And
Within Congress?
Within Congress, yes. So it's disappointing that it's not something that can just get these files released. And it's honestly, like, if I'm being totally realistic, I don't have the highest of hopes purely because it's a measure, like, it's going to get voted on. And that is important. Now, explain why. But it's going to get voted on, which means that, like, I would be quite shocked if, especially in the Senate, because they've shown that in the House they can kind of get some Republicans, and and in my mind that probably has a lot to do with the fact that representatives are reelected every 2 years, so they constantly kind of have to be electable in the House.
Yeah.
And that is a factor. When you're talking about the Senate, these people obviously serve 6-year terms. Mm-hmm. They don't have to be as consistently electable as people in the House. And it's just a measure that I don't see passing the Senate in particular, much less, as we know, when bills get passed, the president has to sign it.
Yeah. I
would be absolutely floored if Donald Trump receives this bill and signs it. But here's the thing, and like that sucks because it's like, come on. Yeah. Here's the thing though. I think it's important. It's very important in my mind, because by forcing a vote, you are forcing the people in Congress to, like, really show the people in this country what they stand for. Yeah. Right? So if this comes to a vote, and this isn't even confirmed yet, by the way, like, they have the votes in theory. They haven't actually, the discharge petition hasn't gone through yet. Mm-hmm. And just for an idea, for a timeline, this would not, the actual vote, and I'm getting this from The Hill, the actual vote wouldn't happen likely until late October. Okay. So even then, it's like we're about a month out from, like, seeing this actually play out. Yeah. But by forcing a vote, which I hope happens, I hope this goes through.
No, that'd be great.
Of course,
that'd be huge progress.
By forcing a vote, like I said, you're forcing these people in Congress to take a stance on this, which to me is very meaningful, because the stance on this is either you want justice for victims of child sex abuse, or you want to protect the people who are perpetrating that child sex abuse. And that is a very stark, like, dichotomy there.
Yeah, and in a normal world, the answer would be very obvious for people in the Senate, but in this administration, it's
totally different.
I don't know. You still would expect people to, stand against sexual assault, but
and like, yeah. And I will say, like, specifically in this instance, like, and again, specifically in this instance, respect to the Republicans that are like signing on to this. I mean, yeah. Like, seriously, because this is like, why wouldn't you? Because, like I said, in any real world, and it's almost the kind of thing where it's like, I don't even know how we can have a productive conversation about it between us two. Because it's like, when you're talking about something that is so unreasonable, I don't even know what point there is to be made. It's just like, oh, Donald Trump says it's not real. It must be not real, even though he campaigned on it. He used it as a campaign tool because he knew it was a rallying thing for, like, his base. Now that he's in office, conveniently, there's nothing more to find out.
Yeah, there actually isn't any files. It's a lie. Like,
which it's confirmed that there is, and
it's confirmed.
Yeah. And we've talked about it before. Like, the opinion of this podcast is that Donald Trump most definitely is in them in some capacity.
Our opinion, between me and Carlo, is that he is in them, and it's pretty indisputable.
And if you look at the things, and I'm not going to recap all of the things that have happened because we've talked about this before on the show even. Yeah. But if you just look at the culmination of the evidence, I think it only leaves you with one thing. In addition to the fact that nobody has ever acted more guilty than Donald Trump is right now.
Dude, yeah, and Kash Patel is not helping.
No.
Like, seriously, Kash Patel is like, Donald Trump is in a hole right now and asking for a ladder, and Kash Patel gave him a shovel. Like, seriously, like, I don't know how that got vetted at all, but...
Because the obvious thing is, right, it's, like, so incredibly obvious. If Donald Trump genuinely had nothing to do with this, he would release them.
He would have released them. Also, Kash Patel would have just said no if he wasn't in the files. He would have just straight up said no instead of just avoiding the question. Yeah. And yeah, no one has ever acted more guilty in their entire life. Like,
oh my God.
There's no, I don't know, like, there's no way around it. I feel like he's in it. There's no question. There's no disputing that. Yeah. But I guess we'll you still have to wait.
We'll have to wait. We'll keep you updated, of course.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, it's yeah.
It's crazy.
So moving on,
Yes.
that is as interesting as always. I think next we can move. Do you want to move on to Trump's United Nations speech?
Yeah, that perfect.
There you go. Yeah. Keeping up with our glorious leader, who really is just great. So he delivered remarks to the United Nations General Assembly. The United Nations, of course, is like the premier kind of international organization of countries and nations.
Nothing small here.
Nothing small.
It's huge. Like.
I could go into a spiel about everything I learned from my international law class last semester, but I won't because I'll spare you that. But Donald Trump went there and basically showed complete and total disregard for everything that they did. And there's we'll go through the highlights. And I'm getting these highlights from pbs.org, which depending on who you ask, PBS is woke.
Oh yeah.
So just to clarify. So this might be a woke news source.
I feel like every news source at this point is considered woke.
That's true, except for Fox News, where what's his name? What's the Jesse Waters?
Yeah.
he said that we should bomb the UN.
What?
Actually, yeah. Let me look this up. I'm serious.
Oh my god. Dude, I saw something that someone I forget. I think it was from Fox News. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure like it was someone saying like that Trump had nothing to do with Jimmy Kimmel getting canceled and all that. And it's like, well, if Trump really wanted to get rid of all the platforms that said something bad about him, there wouldn't be a lot left. And it's like, yeah, you're actually right. like you're completely right.
Yeah. So
they're all woke.
And here's the thing. Yeah, they're all woke. They're all woke. We're woke. Don't listen to us. Okay. And I want to have this parallel in your mind when you're listening to this. Jimmy Kimmel got suspended, and he is back, and we're going to get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
Jimmy Kimmel got suspended for alluding to the fact that people were wanting to point fingers after Charlie Kirk's murder.
Yeah.
He didn't even make fun of the murder. He
honestly didn't.
He didn't even throw jabs at Charlie Kirk. He just kind of made an observation about it, and he was suspended from the air. Have that parallel in your mind when you hear this. So Jesse Waters, who is the sock puppet who currently hosts one of Fox News's later shows, I don't know.
Yeah.
And this is because, and I'm a bit out of order here. So when Trump was at the United Nations, one of the first things that happened was the teleprompter malfunctioned.
It did, yeah.
When he was about to give a speech.
Upset. And
he said that whoever was operating it was, quote, in big trouble.
That's right.
Just like, okay.
Dude, imagine you're that guy, though. Like, yeah. Like, I'd be so scared.
So after, I believe this was after, I think it was as he was leaving. I could be wrong about that, but
At some point,
he was trying to go up an escalator in the United Nations building, and it was not working.
It stopped like as soon as he got on it.
I actually didn't see the video, but if that's what happened.
Yeah, it was literally like as soon as the first lady took a step on it, it literally just stopped.
So here's the thing though, right? I feel like if you're a normal human being, and I'll ask you this question: how many times have you gone into like a store or like any sort of building, and the escalator is just like out of service for some reason?
It happens a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
It happens a lot.
It's just something that happens. They're not perfect.
It's something that happens. It happens quite a bit if you're just out and about in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're a normal human being, you probably just see like, oh, elevator malfunction, not escalator, like escalator malfunction, whatever.
Yeah, there's multiple times where I go to a mall or something like that, and it just isn't working, and I have to walk up them.
Whereas if you are a MAGA sycophant in America and the escalator malfunctions as your glorious leader is going up it, that is actually on purpose, and that is a slight towards him. To which your natural response, if you are Jesse Waters, is to say, and I am not exaggerating, that the U.S. should, quote, bomb or gas the United Nations.
That's insane.
And if you are wondering if he has been removed or threatened by the FCC in the same way that Jimmy Kimmel was, I mean, the answer is obviously no.
Yeah, like that is a direct threat to the United Nations. Not that Jesse Owens. Jesse Waters.
Jesse Owens was like the 1930s Olympic sprinter, right?
Not that Jesse Waters is going to carry this out, but it's not the point.
Mhm.
I don't know.
This cannot be serious.
No, it's real. It's real.
Like, I believe you.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just one of those things where I never thought I would hear this, and hearing it is upsetting.
Bomb or gas the United Nations building?
It's bad enough you said bomb, but to follow up and say bomb or gas.
Like, if bombing doesn't work out, we can still gas them. Like, I don't know.
And here's the thing. I guess I should clarify, as a good journalist, that it was a joke. But so was what Jimmy Kimmel said. But I digress.
Like, why? In what world is that even? I mean, like, if you're a host of a Fox News, one of the hosts for the whatever show, that's a very strange joke to make. I mean, obviously, I have not heard it in the context of him saying it, but just looking at it, why would you even make such a joke?
And it's like, if you are like an on-air host or journalist, like, people aren't expecting comedy. Like, they're expecting you to be straight with them.
No.
Good point. You are not a comedian. Like, okay, if Bill Burr said that or some other comedian, that's different. Obviously, I think it's way too far for a joke.
Mm-hmm. Because Jesse Waters is not a comedian. He cannot be a comedian because he is not funny.
Yeah.
He has a shit. I guess the delineation between this being a real statement and a joke for him is he said it with a shit-eating grin on his face.
Which honestly is more scary than...
Yeah. And the direct quote, if you're interested, I'm getting this from the Los Angeles Times, by the way. The direct quote is, "What we need to do is either leave the UN or we need to bomb it." He then said, "It's in New York though, right? Could be some fallout there. Maybe gas it." So at least he's being, like, considerate of, like...
What an absolutely terrible thing. Like, that's such a... Like, that's not, like... Oh, my God. And you know it's going to be, like, that's just dark humor, liberals. Like, that's terrible.
And then he walked it back after one of his co-hosts said, "Let's not do that." He said, "Okay, but we need to destroy it. Maybe can we demolish the building? Have everybody leave, and then we'll demolish the building?"
Yeah, he had to cover his tracks there. He's like, everyone gets to leave first. Then
exactly. Talking about
after the fact, yeah, after like saying we should bomb and gas the building. No, wait, let's actually first.
Because and like, you know, not to read too deeply into this or anything, but like, why would you gas it if not to kill people? Because that's not going to bring the building down. You know what I mean?
Like, you have a responsibility as a journalist, especially.
Well, he's not a journalist though, and I know what you mean.
Yeah,
but
as a supposed journalist. Especially if you're hosting a show, especially if you know so many people are going to be listening, to not make jokes like that on or off the air, just for human decency. Like, I don't know. It's just a...
I don't know if Fox News is all that familiar with human decency these days.
And also, like, and I know people can be like, if Jimmy Kimmel said that, then people would be laughing their ass off. Like, also, like, Jimmy Kimmel is also a comedian. On top of that, not that it's funny what he said, but it's more just like... the intention behind it as well. Like, if Jesse Waters was trying to be funny with that, it didn't work, and it doesn't matter who said it.
Because, like, as a journalist, that has, like, legitimate political charge to it when you say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, and also that's just not something any comedian would say, because they have an understanding of what comedy is, unlike Jesse Waters.
Unlike Jesse Waters. Jesse Waters doesn't have a concept of much of anything.
It's not. I mean, from what I'm hearing now,
so
like it.
Yeah.
Is he the replacement for Tucker Carlson?
He is. Yeah. It's funny. I'll see Tucker against my will because I don't really care for the guy, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'll see Tucker Carlson in my reels like probably like once every 2 weeks, and he's talking about like the most irrelevant thing ever. Because I think he's a podcaster now.
Well, yeah, and now he does like interviews with like certain celebrities and stuff like that, and
yeah, I
don't know.
I actually think he's trying to like walk back some of the extremism that he was putting out there, but like at the same time, it's like the damage is done, my man.
When you're in the
like,
circle of Fox News, I think you're just like, I think it's very easy. I mean, not easy, but like for someone like him, it's like you just get so roped in.
Yeah.
And so now he's like, maybe I shouldn't have said all that.
I will say though,
I don't blame him.
Like, given the choice between Jesse Waters and Tucker Carlson, the choice is so clear. At least Tucker Carlson was like just funny in the way that he said things. Yeah,
there was a little bit of, I mean, like, it was funny to laugh at Tucker Carlson.
Like, do you remember his thing about the green M&M, right?
Yes.
It's like they're making M&M sexy now. I wonder why that is.
Or like, remember when he like had the pause? He was like, segregation is the, and then you like pause like to think worst, and it's like, I don't know if that was your first, it's your first thought there, man. Not to insinuate, I don't know. I mean, it was just very, very funny.
Maybe we can play that clip. That's a great clip.
Everybody agreed that segregation was the worst thing this country ever did.
That is a good clip.
Yeah.
But going back to the whole thing.
Do you want to segue? Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, we didn't even talk too much about the actual.
Oh my God, you're right. You're right.
I mean, like, okay, just to circle back a little bit.
Circle back. Yeah, you're right.
Like, everything got taken a lot out of proportion with this whole like escalator breaking down and the teleprompter. And I know there was some stuff about like that maybe someone in the UN was saying something about, oh, we're gonna do this to sabotage them. Really, that is the case.
That didn't happen.
It just is things that happen. They're mistakes. They're happening.
Yeah.
And now, the fact that even the words "bomb the UN" are being said right now is insane.
Yes.
But circling back.
In terms of what he actually said, we weren't planning on going on that tangent, but it
just kind of happened. Yeah.
I'm glad that we did, because that's
yeah.
crazy. In terms of what Trump actually said once he did start talking, which is a travesty in its own, he said that he had ended 7 wars. And he said this in front of the United Nations, despite the fact, and again from PBS, Trump, who Trump, who is campaigning for a Nobel Peace Prize, just the worst year ever. 2025 is the worst year ever. Trump, who is campaigning for a Nobel Peace Prize, boasted how he, and not the UN, has been a key player in settling global conflicts. But Trump's repeated claims of being a peacemaker are complicated. Some of the conflicts he has cited in the past have not been wars or have yet to end. So he's claiming that he has ended 7 wars. So in some instances, they have not been wars. In other instances, these wars have not ended. So essentially, that statement is wholly false.
Like, also to not give any, like, I did this war, that war.
So he gave it.
Did he?
Not like to his credit. I was gonna say that he gave examples, but again, like, because he said like he was like, oh, Rwanda and Congo, like that's like ongoing. Like, and none of the things that he mentioned are things that he has actually ended.
Yeah. Also, he's acting like he's like in between the two of them. He's like, stop! Like that's what he's acting like he's doing right now. It's like, no, you're like, I don't know.
No.
He's really like putting it all on him. Like, I'm the person who stopped these wars. It was me. Mm-hmm. Not a single other person had any other involvement besides me.
Because he's the smartest person on earth.
Yeah, he's a glorious leader.
We know this by now. He has continued, and unbelievable, I think, to any rational person. He continues to die on the hill of Israel is doing nothing wrong.
Oh my God.
This week, Britain, Canada, Australia, Portugal, and France all formally recognized a Palestinian state. And even then, that's like too little too late, I think, at this point.
A little bit, yeah. This war's been going on for a while now.
Yeah,
so now when, I mean, so many people have been killed, you're like, okay, now it's a state. I mean, like, I'll take any progress we can get, but...
True, but
come on.
No, true. And I feel like the only reason they felt comfortable coming to that determination was because, and we talked about this last week, the UN has officially deemed what is happening as a genocide.
Yeah.
So I think that was, for whatever reason, what gave them the confidence to finally come out and recognize a Palestinian state. Again, like, not that there's much left of a Palestinian state anyways. I mean, like, they've bombed every single place in Gaza.
Yeah.
But that's kind of aside the point from this specific story.
But Trump seems to act like that's not happening.
Has total disregard for the fact that is happening. He says that support for Palestine would encourage continued conflict and would be a reward for Hamas. I don't know. It's just not too much left to say about that. It's just a crazy hill to die on. You know what I mean?
It is a crazy hill to die, and it's devastating to see a leader with this much attention on him, and
the leader of the country with the single most influence over the perpetrators of the genocide.
Yeah.
Continuing to die on this hill. It's so disheartening and confusing. I don't know what this stance is. He went in front of the UN and he said that is still the policy. So,
Jesus.
Yep. He probably one of the most viral moments. If you know anything about the speech that he gave, you probably know that he told countries that they are, quote, going to hell over migration. He told countries that he was. So he said, quote, I'm really good at this stuff. Your countries are going to hell. And like, What's this? I think it's like a Game of Thrones quote or something where it's like, if you have to tell people you're the king, you're not really the king.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Also, like, that is the most Trump sense ever. What is it? I'm really good at that. Like, so first he boasts about it, and then attacks directly after. Like, that is the most Trump statement I've ever heard in my life. And it's just...
I'm really good at this stuff. Like, actually, you're not.
At this stuff. Literally, like, and like, completely ignoring all the people who have been displaced and sent to... I mean, we were talking about it last semester and even this semester. Sent to maximum...
Yes.
To mega prisons.
Exactly correct.
Like... That is not doing your job well.
No.
That is the exact opposite.
And the fact that he thinks that is doing his job well is just such an indictment upon this person who really has no humanity, has no understanding for the rule of law in America, has no understanding or respect for the Constitution, and is just an insufferable person.
Yeah, also to say your countries are going to hell, like ours is not like in a state of panic. For every step he takes, he messes something up. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's ironic.
It's
ironic. Yeah.
Everything about that sentence I almost consider not accurate. But
he also said, and this is potentially, I mean, despite everything else, but like potentially one of the most dangerous like opinions that he has, he said that climate change is, quote, the greatest con job ever perpetrated on the world.
I mean, it doesn't even take much research to figure out why that's just so wrong.
None at all. And I'm not even going to entertain that.
What a dumb thing to say.
If you're watching this and you're curious about climate change, Google it. We're moving on. It's real.
It's yeah.
And there's a lot more stuff we could talk about with that. It was I think a 56-minute long speech, and even the New York Times described it as meandering in their official article on it.
Like, even listening to the bullet points of that makes me angry. I couldn't imagine having to sit there and listen to
for 56
minutes of that. Oh my God.
Yeah. So it was very successful. It was great.
Yeah, it couldn't have gone any better, honestly.
Do you want to get to I think maybe the most fun thing?
We'll do that, and then we'll do the next one, because we won't have too much to say about Kimmel, I think.
Yeah, just do this one, right?
Yeah. Do the one you just highlighted first.
Yes.
And then okay, perfect.
Gotcha.
Yeah. We're running on 53 minutes, so we can do for another like 20 probably.
Yeah. So the much anticipated announcement has been made that we have been talking about on this show. I mean, how long?
I may have been around February, March, I have to imagine. Like sometime around then when this was first brought up.
So at some point quite a while ago, I don't remember exactly when it was, Donald Trump enlisted the genius mind of who else but Robert F. Kennedy to discover a cure for autism.
A cure, not just nothing simple. A whole cure.
A cure for autism, and it seems like they hit a bit of a roadblock with the cure, but they did their research, they dug deep, they went by the scientific method.
Yes.
Right. And they have come to the inescapable conclusion, and it is inescapable, that the cause for autism is Tylenol.
Do not take Tylenol. No. Like, they totally backpedaled on the cure, and they're like, all right, we'll settle for the cause. And they couldn't even get that right. Like, okay, in a sense, obviously there are studies about acetaminophen, but they're so conflicting. And there are some that say yes, it does, and some that say they don't. And it's I think the general consensus is that it is okay for a pregnant woman to take Tylenol, especially because it's the damage that can be done by not taking Tylenol could be way worse.
Yes, because obviously nobody in this room is going to pretend to know what it's like to carry a child.
Yeah.
But I can only imagine being in that amount of pain and then being told you are not allowed to take an over-the-counter, like totally, like not even like hardcore in the slightest pain medication to help you out in the littlest bit.
Like, I mean, like all Trump had to do was find a study that
already exists.
and just like, say it again. And
he had to copy somebody's homework. That's all he had to do.
And he the thing is, he copied it and he accidentally included like the name of the other person's name. Like this is like what we're getting at here. Like, it's just not like he couldn't even copy it correctly. Is the idea like he copied just the wrong thing. And I like how it wasn't even RFK that said it. It was Trump. I think even RFK was like, I can't even get me out of this.
So there's a few things here that we should touch on because the press conference, like in a really sick way, like if you can remove yourself from the context that this is the leader of the free world, if you can remove yourself from that context, it was just the most hilarious press briefing.
It's
so AP News reported on it. They addressed some of the claims that were made. So Trump said, quote, Tylenol during pregnancy can be associated with a very increased risk of autism. The facts, according to AP News. Studies don't prove that. Even Trump's Food and Drug Administration didn't go nearly that far in a letter to doctors this week that insisted they, quote, should consider acetaminophen's use in pregnancy. He couldn't pronounce acetaminophen. And
he also could not, that was another, like, this is your job. There's no way you didn't practice this speech before. How are you?
But he didn't. He obviously didn't. That's the thing.
You would hope and expect. Yeah. But no, it is clear he had absolutely no idea what he was talking about up there.
Also, just to backtrack a little bit, because this is also crazy. Do you remember when he announced the announcement? Do you remember this?
I think so. Like I remember I was talking about it, but
so circling back, Charlie Kirk's funeral.
Oh,
Charlie Kirk's funeral, which was held in, I want to say it's where the Arizona Cardinals play football in Arizona.
I thought it was the Raiders. It was a football stadium.
It was a football stadium. I think it's where the Cardinals play, the Arizona Cardinals. So his funeral, or you know what? Let me not mischaracterize it. I don't know if it was the funeral. It was a memorial.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so that we're using the right vocabulary. It was a memorial for Charlie Kirk. It was held in a football stadium. Huge
Massive
venue.
Stadium, yeah.
His crying wife came out. Did you see this video? His crying wife came out to pyrotechnics at his memorial, as did Donald Trump. Like pyrotechnics. Maybe we can get the video in because maybe you're not believing me when I say this. It's real.
It's honestly like a shock when you first watch it.
And at Charlie Kirk's memorial service, Donald Trump used this speaking opportunity to announce that they were going to announce the next day the cure for autism. And I just...
The cause.
A few things, right? It's so, like, I just don't even... I was no fan of Charlie Kirk and, like, his ideas.
Yeah.
And I can't believe I'm in the position of saying that Charlie Kirk didn't deserve for that to happen.
Like, that...
because at the end of the day, he is just a man that has passed away now.
Yeah.
And to just have not enough human decency to just give like a eulogy, right? Yeah.
From someone, I mean, who like said as his friend of sorts. Yeah. Air quotes heavy there, but like, I mean, someone that are very, very much connected in a way, and to use that platform of a man's memorial to mention your own successes that turned out not even to be a success is absolutely absurd and disrespectful. Look, I mean,
crazy. This is like, and remember, like, this isn't a guy that like passed away of like old age or something. Like this is like, it was a tragic thing. Like he was killed.
Yeah, he was assassinated.
Imagine a situation. like imagine like I just like, you know, somebody gets me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of my enemies, they get to me.
Yeah.
And you come to my funeral and you go up to give a speech and you're like, by the way, guys, I got a 98 on my English exam last week. like flexing at your friend's funeral or memorial is incomprehensible. It's crazy.
It's so selfish.
It's crazy.
It's so selfish and just like we've seen over the past week how little Trump actually cared about Charlie Kirk.
Because there's the clip, and it's one of my favorite clips to come out of this administration. Great. They asked, I believe it was a day or two after, somebody asked him, how are you holding up?
Yep.
He said, pretty good, I think. And you see the trucks over there, they're building the new ballroom.
Like, within a span of seconds, he completely avoids the topic, and then now, and now it's almost kind of clear that I don't think he had any interest in going to the memorial either, and so he's like, okay, I might as well use this opportunity to talk about my own successes, which is just the most Trump thing ever.
Again, for a guy who more or less dedicated his entire existence to you.
He idolized Trump, and I mean, a lot of his beliefs. I mean, I don't know. It is just a crazy thing that's happened.
Have you guys seen? There's a picture. I'm not entirely sure who is in the picture, but it's Donald Trump, and I think it's Charlie Kirk's wife. I could be wrong, but she's hugging him, and she's clearly like sobbing. And as far as I remember, his expression is blank.
If you want to pull it up, you can. That's like just
because it totally shows who he is in that moment. Like, he does not give a fuck.
It's pretty clear he just didn't care.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And it's like, again, for somebody that was supposedly your friend, for somebody that dedicated most of their life to you, like, as a human, you just should care.
Yeah, and
it doesn't look like he does.
There's just a level of respect, no matter whose memorial it is, to not make it about yourself.
But he did, though.
And he did. and you know what? And I can't even say I'm surprised at this point. I don't know why I'm slightly, but it is sad to have such a thing happen. But
yeah.
And for it to be a huge, massive failure like this. I mean.
But yeah, I guess back to another sidetrack, but back to the cure for autism, or the cause of autism. Yeah. Back to the.
And it's not even just like it's different if there's a trend going around being like, oh, don't take Tylenol if you're pregnant. This is the president of the United States saying something that's not backed by a lot of science. And honestly, it's just if you look up any science about the thing, literally there are numerous amounts of videos, reels, articles going into detail on why Trump said was harmful. And also slightly incorrect on many fronts. And
to your point that you raised earlier, because I know you said this, the risks of not using Tylenol are pretty much objectively greater than using it because, again, AP News here says, so Trump said there's no downside in not taking it. AP says that the facts are that there are huge downsides to avoiding Tylenol when a pregnant woman really needs it, according to the nation's leading pregnancy doctors. Untreated fevers, for example, can increase the risk of birth defects, premature birth, and miscarriages, according to the Society for Maternal Fetal Medicine. Both the Society and the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists say the painkiller is a safe and needed option during pregnancy. The over-the-counter drugs label already tells pregnant women to consult their doctor about its use. So again,
look,
they're not saying, in the sense that it's like, oh, you should be careful about this. They're not saying anything new because pregnant women already know that they have to be conscious about every single choice that they make.
Yeah, and I think Trump's acting like pregnant women are popping Tylenol like it's candy. Like, no, it's you obviously have to be safe with anything you use.
Yeah,
and obviously, yes, acetaminophen is something to be careful about when it comes to pregnancy. But
as is everything.
As of everything. And to say to just overall not take it, to not take Tylenol and that there's no downsides is just a false statement.
Yeah, and I because the general scientific understanding is obviously not that Tylenol is causing this. It is that autism is a culmination of many, many genetic factors. And I can scroll back up and have the specific quotation, sorry. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, so AP says it's clear that that genetics are the biggest risk factor. Other risks include the age of a child's father, preterm birth, and whether the mother had health problems during pregnancy. Notably, none of those things are whether or not she took Tylenol.
And so here, had health problems during pregnancy, such as fevers, infection, or diabetes. Fevers that can be stopped
by Tylenol.
By Tylenol.
By using Tylenol.
If anything, Trump's actions could be causing more children to have autism. Not saying that but I'm saying it is a possible.
Based on our understanding, that is a possibility.
Yeah.
He said that women should fight like hell not to take it, which.
And he knows a lot about it because.
Oh yeah, he knows a lot about it being a man.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, being Donald Trump. Yeah. I also...
And look, obviously, I should say also, we are not doctors. I mean, neither of us are even close to being a doctor. So, obviously, do your own research on the matter, but we are stating simply what we are seeing and hearing.
However, as you pointed out a couple weeks ago, you are as qualified as RFK
That is very true.
to administer advice. You are on the same level as him.
Yeah.
And that is not an exaggeration.
Yeah.
It is not an seriously, it's not an exaggeration. We are, as are you watching this right now, as medically qualified to make medical recommendations as the current Secretary of Health and Human Services is. So just know that. He also had a bit of a slip up, and it's this.
And like we were saying, taken out of the context, this is quite hilarious.
He said, "Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen." In regards to not taking Tylenol. So
Look, like you understand there are mix-ups when people speak,
yeah.
but come on.
So this guy is his brain, like, you know when you get like a slushie and like it kind of like liquefies,
Yeah.
like after, like that is what is happening, like as we watch.
It's just a
To this
monkey
man's
with
brain.
symbols up there, just banging around.
Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen. He also claimed just another, like it's like an SNL thing, you would think.
Dude, this
But-
sounds like something SNL would.
So he made two claims, right? One claim is, quote, "I hear Cuba doesn't have autism anymore because..." Oh, sorry. "I hear Cuba doesn't have Tylenol anymore because it's very expensive and they don't have the money to have it, or they don't want to spend the money to have it. They don't have Tylenol, and I hear they have essentially no autism." Now, I like, autism is something, and again, we're not doctors,
Yep.
but autism is something that you really have to like medically screen for and diagnose. And that's why, and this goes hand in hand with like the false claim that autism rates are rising. Autism
Yeah.
rates are not rising. We just know how to diagnose it now.
That, and also just like the like the symptoms of autism and like what even autism is considered has changed immensely since it was first, like talked about.
Yeah. And also, he made the claim that of all groups, I don't know if you saw this or not, he made the claim that of all groups, the Amish are doing good with autism.
I did not see that.
The Amish, who famously love to participate in outside medical studies and go to like doctors. They love to do that. So we know a lot. We do know a lot about the data about Amish autism, and they're doing great.
Like, yeah, Trump's literally acting like he's going onto the farms and like, yep, no autism here, and then going away and checking a new farm. Like,
And like as he was saying these things, he was like turning back to like, and like RFK was back there. Obviously, he was like, "Is that right? Is that right?" And RFK was like, "That sounds right to me." Like, so specifically, Trump said certain groups that don't take vaccines or pills have no autism. Quote, "The Amish is an example. They have essentially no autism."
he does not know that.
And
Like,
again, no. He said that with no source, and he had to turn back to confirm it. AP says this is false. While there is limited scientific data around autism in the Amish community, studies have found that there are cases. A 2010 paper from the International Society for Autism Research found autism was less prevalent in Amish communities than the U.S. overall, but it called for further study to determine how cultural norms and customs played a role in the numbers. And again, when you're talking about something that is as, what's the word? Like, it doesn't outwardly present itself that much because it's such a spectrum. In many cases, you probably wouldn't even really know if you didn't have the word for it.
Yeah.
When you're talking about something like this, is it surprising to find out that if you ask the Amish or you're looking from the outside, it might not seem like it's a thing?
Yeah. And it literally feels like he like put in a ChatGPT like I don't know, like studies that show support for Tylenol. Like he like literally like had very specific. He picked and like pulled specific quotes or specific parts of data that help his claim, even if the end part of that data does not overall support the claim. One little part of it does, and it's just like, it's just so dangerous.
Yeah,
It's so dangerous.
very dangerous. I guess there's a whole lot more to this. Again, it's And to the extent that he gave this press conference about autism, he gave this press conference about autism and Tylenol, and he gave the address to the United Nations on Tuesday, I believe it was. In the last week alone, like in my opinion, right? In the last week alone, Donald Trump has given 2 different speeches that would have straight up ended the career of any other politician ever.
They're so bad. I mean, the fact that it's like, and the fact we're at a point now where like Trump can make a terrible, outrageous speech or like press thing like that twice in 1 week, and it's just like, yep, that's Trump. Like that's like the state we're at right now, and it's like, yep, that's the only thing we can do is tell people that what he said was wrong, and nothing's gonna get done about it. It's just crazy.
It's constant. It's constant damage control. It's not.
Yeah.
It's never like I don't know, man. But we made this decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Yeah.
We move on to our final topic if you want.
Yeah. Jimmy Kimmel is
Wow.
back, and the fact that this is I don't care about Jimmy Kimmel, but I care about the principle of the thing, that Jimmy Kimmel's back, and that now he can make his not funny TV show more.
Yeah. Look, to be honest with you, I don't watch Jimmy Kimmel at all. It's the principle of the matter, though. He's back.
Yeah, it's the principle. He's back. It's good. It's good.
It is kind of crazy that I think I saw that is the most watched episode of Jimmy Kimmel, despite the fact it was like not shown for a lot of different cities. Like a lot of cities and channels weren't showing it.
So they still, and I'm not sure if this is still the case, but I know that at least for his return, Sinclair and Nexstar, who are 2 of the owners of the stations, refused to air Jimmy Kimmel in many parts of the United States, and that is, it's such a thing where it's like I don't even know like what the rights of broadcast groups are in that sense, but it's just like, even if not to make the constitutional argument, because I would definitely say the First Amendment should just not ever be touched at all, really, except for the whole don't yell fire in a crowded theater.
Yeah,
but
like
that's
hate speech and stuff like that.
It's like, why is this movement that was so pro free speech, right? Like now that they're in power,
Yeah, now they have a problem with it.
they have a problem with it. And Jimmy Kimmel, we said this before, Jimmy Kimmel is like not even close to being like a revolutionary political voice. He's just like the most average liberal you could ever find.
Also, it's like you're saying, like it's not like Kimmel, like what's his name? Trump has always been saying how like, oh, the ratings are bad, no one's watching. Then why do you care what Kimmel is saying?
Exactly.
Seriously, you have made Kimmel so much more popular by making a big deal out of this, and I feel like that we can say that for a lot of different reasons, a lot of different things with Trump.
Yep.
That it was not a big deal until they made it a big deal. Like I said, the whole comedy he made on Charlie Kirk, that wasn't even that terrible. It was not an outrageous thing to say at all.
No.
Would have just gone completely past the radar if they did not make a big deal out of it.
I didn't know that was something he said until they made a big deal of it. And again, to your point, because he says this all the time, he loves to say it. If the ratings are genuinely so bad, that's good for you, man. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you wouldn't be bringing, like, if the ratings were actually so bad, you wouldn't be bringing it up all the time. You wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Like,
it's all split decision thinking. That person said something I didn't like. Let's get him out of here. And he's threatening now to sue ABC.
Yeah. And it's hard to say what Charlie Kirk would have to say about this. But they are so convinced that the principle he lived his life by is total free speech. Like, no matter what it is you want to say. And he said a lot of heinous things.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what they're going with. That's the narrative that they're... And again, this isn't even like... It's impossible to say what Charlie Kirk would say about this, but that's the narrative they're running with, is that he was a free speech warrior. And that, like, no matter what you wanted to say, he was all about it, and he loved free speech. It's just... It's like Connor said, like, which one is it?
Yeah.
Like what is it? Are you do you have that dedication to free speech like you claim to in honoring the legacy of Charlie Kirk? Mm-hmm. Or are you just going to be authoritarian?
Exactly. And
because you can't have it both ways.
And well, that's the thing, is that Trump really now thinks he can. He can be like, sometimes he can be like, yeah, free speech, everyone has free speech, but then when it doesn't work in his favor, it's like, oh wait, no, not that. It's just another mismatched, uncertain thing that Trump just has the power to do. And I'm so happy that so many people are speaking out about it, and that Jimmy Kimmel was back on the air now. Not, like I said, not that I watch Jimmy Kimmel all the time, or that a lot of people do. It's the principle of the matter that Jimmy Kimmel should be able to say these kind of things and not be taken off the air forcefully.
Exactly. And I think the final point we can raise about this, which is kind of optimistic. Do you remember how we said last week that if he really, and we even alluded to it like a minute or two ago, if Donald Trump really wanted these critical voices to be as quiet as possible, he wouldn't even acknowledge it.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even acknowledge it. By having the FCC basically like bully ABC into suspending, or Disney, I don't know who exactly made the decision.
Yeah.
But having the FCC bully Jimmy Kimmel into being suspended, he made a thing out of it and everybody knows about it. And lo and behold, his return episode averaged 6.2 million viewers, which is nearly 4 times as much as his usual audience.
Like, and I said, that's with certain channels not playing it.
Yeah, they said about 20% of ABC affiliates boycotted the show.
Like, I think Trump is really taking the idea here that any publicity is good publicity, which, and when it comes to the president of the United States, no, it isn't.
No.
That does not apply. It might have applied when you were an actor.
Yeah.
Not when you are the president of the United States. And so, all this attention is just getting like put towards Trump in all these negative ways, and I don't know. I don't see any chance of it stopping. No one's doing anything about it.
Yeah.
I'm glad that people are speaking out for Jimmy Kimmel, and that this kind of stuff is getting talked about. But
so congratulations, you fucking dumb motherfucker! You turned Jimmy Kimmel into a martyr.
Yeah.
How do you feel? How smart do you feel? You turned Jimmy Kimmel into a martyr. 2025.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Great year.
Now, I mean, like, he's going down the list, though. I mean, we're going to get Seth Meyers next, and maybe Jimmy Fallon. John Oliver, Jon Stewart.
But the ratings are terrible.
The ratings are terrible, and no one likes.
The ratings are terrible, but I really get my feelings hurt when they talk about me. But the ratings are terrible, though. But they can't talk about me, though.
Yeah, it's so dumb. But you're right.
I think that's the positive to take away from it.
Yeah.
People know about it, and he made a whole thing about it, and I really think it backfired.
Yeah,
it very profoundly backfired.
The great takeaway here is that Trump made an absolute fool of himself.
Yeah.
Yet again.
Well, he does that every day. But on a grand scale, yeah.
He pissed off a lot of people this time, and not that a lot is going to maybe happen because of it, but he did do a great job of pissing off a lot of people. So he's always great at that. So
he is good at that. Yes.
But I think.
I think we made it through our agenda for today.
I think we had a good mix there of some fun in the beginning and
some really great analysis on all levels. Many people are saying this is the best podcast that is currently on the air.
It is the best.
Yeah. Great medical analysis from, again, 2 gentlemen who are
Dr.
equally
Constantine and Dr. Beadle here.
two gentlemen who are equally as qualified to give statements on medicine and medicality as our Secretary of Human and Health Services. So really great stuff.
Yeah.
We are the best at this. Nobody's better than us. People are saying this all the time.
Yeah, people are saying this,
Yeah.
and I think anyone who's really saying the opposite probably shouldn't be talking that much.
We might actually suspend them from their platforms.
I think that's fair.
I think that's fair.
That's a fair thing to do.
So if you see Sam and I in the coming days, if you're people we know personally, I would maybe watch your tone, because I'm finding out that about 97% of the coverage about us is actually negative.
Yeah, and we're doing everything right, and so I really don't understand that at all.
So if you don't like what we're doing, we're right. So if you don't like what we're doing, you must be wrong.
You must be wrong. You have to be wrong. So maybe, I don't know, change your way of thinking.
So humble yourselves. Have a wonderful day. Right, no. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thanks for coming.
I am Carlo.
I am Sam.
Again, have a wonderful day.
Hope you enjoyed.
Stay informed.
Please do.
Stay
Please.
informed.
Oh my God, it's
crazy world out there. But keep it going. Stay informed. We'll be back as always.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
See you next week.
Bye.